did you make when you became a tenderfoot scout?
Scout.
Is there any reason why you would not renew that promise now? And I ask you now to likewise give the scout oath as you rededicate yourself to its principles.
On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty, to God and my country, to obey the scout law, to help other people at all times, and to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
Kenyon, as an exemplary scout, with the rank of Eagle, you now have a new and italicized obligation to church, community, as well as to your troop and to your scouting communities wherever you should go. The knowledge you have gained in all areas of scouting will indeed better enable you to be prepared, but that now takes on special meaning. I again would ask Mr. Pappas to offer a summary of Kenyon's own obedient trip to Eagle.
Well, see, Kenyon joined the Troop 211 in November of 2005, so he's been at this Boy Scout thing a little over 6 years. His first camp out was the Klondike Derby, and it was cold, and it was windy, and it snowed. The temperatures were in the single digits. It was pretty impressive because that morning we got up and poured some water on the table to clean it off, and it froze solid before we could even wipe it off the table. I don't know how well you know Kenyon, but Kenyon doesn't like cold. His hands get so cold, they won't even move. So it's kind of surprising after his first experience that he came back from war and come back he did. He spent 4 tours at summer camp. He's one of the few guys that can remember staying in that old barn when we hiked the Virginia Creeper Trail. That was kind of a classic trip. But all, you know, those guys are, these older guys now, a bunch of new guys, but the guys that were around when they were younger are gone, and so it's kind of neat to go back and look at some of those pictures and see the old guys in his camping. Kenyon's second year with the troop, he was back at Klondike again, and guess what? It was cold. It was windy. It snowed. Yet he persevered. And that was one of the Klondikes that kind of, I got frozen on. Kenyon likes the summer stuff. He really enjoyed the BSA kayaking program at summer camp. It was fun being up on the hill and watching him go off the dive aboard the kayak. And, he was along on the troop's first 20-mile hike. Back then he looked a little different. I can still remember Kenyon in his long hair and his shades riding the tube down the New River. The following year, Kenyon did his first high adventure trip. He attended Sea Base in the Florida Keys. We went snorkeling, we went blue water sailing, deep sea fishing, kayaking in the mangrove mazes. That was a lot of fun. And we survived on a deserted island. It didn't have any people or structures, but it had a lot of key deer. And sometime ask him about the great hot sauce adventure, and he'll have a story for you there. Kenyon is one of those people that pays a lot of attention to detail. Things need to be just so. We were packing to leave Sea Base. Kenyon got his bag packed, and then he decided it wasn't right because some of the things he'd put on the bottom, he needed it on the top. So he unpacked his bag, and he repacked it. Well, I went around about my business, and I came by 3 hours later. He was still in that room, unpacking, repacking the bag. It had to be just right. Let's see, this was the same summer where I met the ponies up on the summit of Mount Rogers. Lit a flag somewhere at Camp Powhatan. Kenyon's next project was to prepare for scouting's classic high adventure trip, a backpacking trip to the Philmont Scout Reservation, Cimarron, New Mexico. This is an 80 to 90 mile backpacking trip, and it takes about 80 to 90 miles worth of hiking in smaller sections to train for this trip. So it's a huge undertaking. So far during his time in scouting, Kenyon has spent 57 nights on the ground and has hiked over 200 miles. He's a member of the Order of the Arrow, Scouting's National Honor Society. I've enjoyed working with Kenyon and sharing the adventures. I will be proud to present him with his Eagle Scout Award. Will Mr. Gladden please come forward for the presenting of a matron? An Eagle Scout never travels the road to Eagle alone. In consideration of the help and support given you, And Chuck went through a lot of these trials and tribulations as well. Would you please present to your mentor, Kenyon, your father?
Chuck, we invite you to remain with us up here, but we do ask the honor guard to escort Kenyon's mother to the front. Kenyon, your father is always smiling, and as we have said before, half the time it worries us. We also believe that you have given him an awful lot of reasons to smile yourself. He has indeed been a fundamental source of help to you, encouragement to you. He has been at times your guide, and he has helped you to carry the standards of the award to the highest peak of attainment, since the very best, of course, as we have said, is anticipated and expected of Eagle Scouts. I would ask now, Chuck, of you, will you continue to provide this guidance and this encouragement to Kenyon, that he might continue to grow in character and in the leadership qualities that people rightly expect of all Eagle Scouts? If this is your intent, say, I will.
I will.
In recognition of this fatherly encouragement and guidance along the trail, Kenyon will now present his father with yet another sign, which is an eagle tie tag. Chuck, now you look like an Argentinian general. Kenyon, as is evidenced by the considerable detail and thought and preparation that has even been put into this very ceremony, your mother has too, in a way that is indeed uncommon and steady, brought you encouragement and inspiration on your quest for Eagle. As we noted, and is certainly the case with Dylan's mother, no one can reckon the number of the acts of self-sacrifice and helpfulness that your mom has provided you, and rightfully so. So in recognition of this love and this demonstrated service, we now invite you to present your mother with her own Eagle pin. Mr. Pappas, it seems only befitting, again, of your role as Scoutmaster, that you would pin the Eagle Medal on this, our newest Troop 211 Eagle Scout.
Boy Scouts of America is proud to award the rank of Eagle Scout to Charles Kenyon, Troop 211, Dale, Virginia, in recognition of successful completion of all the requirements for Scouting's highest rank.
Kenyon with these signs and gestures. We express our confidence that you will indeed continue to honor Scouting by your life, and indeed that you will be a blessing to others in the spirit of service as God has blessed you in the coming of this recognition tonight. Honor Guard, would you please escort Kenyon's parents to their seats as we recognize this great achievement. Would Mr. Platt like to return to offer Kenyon his book of plaudits and recognition?
Dear Kenyon, I'd like to congratulate you on earning the rank of Eagle Scout. You have worked very hard to attain that rank, and you deserve recognition for your accomplishments. In my role as Secretary of the Interior, I am responsible for over 500 million acres of public lands as well as natural and cultural resources. These public resources require a level of stewardship that, as an Eagle Scout, you have been taught to treasure. I welcome your partnership as you demonstrate the ideals of scouting and protecting our environment. It is my hope that others will follow your example and strive with you to protect our nation's natural resources. Through your achievements, you have shown that one person can truly make a difference in the lives of others. The community that you live in, as well as our nation, is better places because of your contribution. Congratulations, Kenyon, and keep up the good work. Sincerely, Ken Salazar. Dear Kenyon, congratulations on your achievements achieving the Boy Scouts of America highest rank award, the rank of Eagle Scout. Having been a Boy Scout myself, I know that it has taken you many years of self-discipline and determination to achieve this goal. The rank of Eagle Scout is the epitome of scouting and the accomplishments of leadership that places you in the elite group of Americans. You know the training offered by the Boy Scouts enhances our traditional American values and honor, service, and achievement. Your strength and character and commitment are inspiration for other young men. Congratulations again and best wishes for your successful future. Ray LaHood, Secretary of Transportation.
Oh goodness, Kenyon, look at the time. I probably should go right to the end, don't you think? You didn't have time to think of anything you wanted to say tonight, did you? He's actually been mulling this over for several years, is what he told me yesterday. Kenyon, if you would address the body. Gotta take a deep breath now? No, I'll keep this fairly short, sweet, down to the point. Everyone here that came out tonight to support me, just know that you all touched my life in some way that helped me to achieve a goal in my life, whether it be this or anything else that you helped me. And for that, I am forever in your debt. And this award is for you as much as it is for me. And lastly, I would like to thank my parents for their consistent and their constant support, as well as their constant nagging, but their constant support of me and everything that I do, and in getting Eagle Scout. And there's no other way to put it. Dylan would be receiving his award alone tonight if it was not for my parents. And so for that, I will be forever